Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to
Watch, teen flexes his rights and owns 2 cops harassing him for no reason. A well-informed teen who found himself subject to unwarranted police intimidation and harassment, flexed his rights in the presence of 2 NYPD cops and proceeded to own them. By Matt Agarist, April 15, 2018. New York, New York. A video was shared with the Free Thought Project that illustrates the power of knowing and asserting your rights when being harassed or otherwise interacting with the police. It also highlights the importance of filming any and all interactions with police. An unidentified teen was doing nothing wrong, had committed no crime, and was simply talking about baseball with a friend when police officers approached and demanded to see his ID. As the NYCLO notes, if you are stopped or questioned by police, you should never talk to them. The group details 4 easy-to-remember points when interacting with police. Police may stop and briefly detain you only if there is reasonable suspicion that you committed, are committing, or are about to commit a crime. You should ask if you are under arrest or free to leave. In New York, you are not required to carry ID, and you don't have to show ID to a police officer. If you are issued a summons or arrested, however, and you refuse to produce ID or tell officers who you are, the police may detain you until you can be positively identified. Don't badmouth a police officer or run away, even if you believe what is happening is unreasonable. That could lead to your arrest. The teen in the video was obviously well aware of these points and followed them to the letter. This was in spite of one of the officers, Officer Anderson, bag number 17270, attempting to provoke and escalate the situation. As the video begins, the officer confronts the teen who immediately started filming. The young men were simply standing in a hallway talking about baseball when the officers confront them. "You're hanging out in the hallway," says the officer, attempting to imply there is something wrong with that fact. When the teen tells them there is nothing wrong with what they are doing, the officer then says, "We've been getting complaints," clearly fishing for a reason to justify his stop. "What kind of complaints?" asks the well-informed teen. "What do you mean, what kind of complaints?" the officer asks as he appears to be making up these alleged complaints on the fly. Having his authority questioned, however, did not go over well with Officer Anderson, who then became angry and combative. "We're getting complaints about noise complaints," the officer says before he begins demanding the teen's identification. But the teen was not backing down. "Have I committed a crime? You don't have to see my ID, sir," the teen stated correctly. However, the officer continued to demand his ID, knowing full well that he had no probable cause to do so. The cop claimed that he had the authority to see the teen's ID in order to prove that the teen was not committing a crime. This is the epitome of what's wrong with policing today. These kids were assumed guilty from the start, and the cop tried to make it up to them to prove their innocence. But the teen was well informed and was not about to have his rights trampled by the NYPD. "Am I being detained right now?" asks the teen. "I don't answer questions." This statement effectively shut down the officers, who then realized they were dealing with someone who knows their rights. In fact, the cop was speechless for a brief moment before realizing they'd lost the battle. And, just like that, this teen had flexed his rights and the cops left them alone.
Yes.
What? There's no hanging out.
Excuse me?
It's no hanging out in the hallway. Y'all live in the building?
Yeah, I live here. I live
Alright, so what apartment you live in?
2E.
Go in your apartment.
You live here too?
But but what we doing though? We just hanging out. We just talking
You live
about
right here
baseball.
too?
Alright, we getting complaints, alright?
Right? Or on complaints about what?
What you mean complaints about
You
what?
getting complaints about what?
Complaints about noise complaints. You
Noise
got that
complaint?
on your phone? You
Yes.
getting complaints about noise complaints. Do you have
What-
ID
what's
to
noise
verify you live in the building?
What's noise complaint? I'm not
Do you have
trespassing.
ID? How do I know that? Do
I'm
you
not
live in the
trespassing.
building? How do I know that?
Even if I don't live in the building, I'm not trespassing because somebody lives in the building. I'm a visitor.
All right, so I gotta verify that. Do you have ID, sir?
What? Verify what?
That you're here visiting somebody or that you live
I'm
in the
visiting
building?
him right here.
So all we doing is hanging.
All right.
Okay.
Can I see your ID or can I see your ID to verify that you live in the building?
You don't have to see my ID because I'm telling you.
I'm gonna show my ID. I'm gonna show my
Unfortunately, sir, people lie. That's why I have to verify it.
Lying
You
about what? I
understand?
told you I don't live in the building. I'm telling you I'm a visitor. So how am I
Okay,
lying?
so I have to verify that.
That what?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna show
That you're a visitor visiting him. And I have to verify that he lives in the building.
my officer.
Yo,
What's the joke about, sir?
the joke is because you
I'm what? You what? Okay.
no, not okay.
Excuse me?
It's not okay.
Do you have ID, sir?
I don't have to give you no ID. If anything, you could bring me a supervisor here.
Bro, just chill, man.
Nah, if anything, he could bring me a supervisor here. I'm not breaking any laws.
Bro, they always do this.
That's what I'm trying to verify.
What bro am I breaking? Or am I being detained right now? Or am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Sir,
Am I being detained? I don't answer questions. Am I being detained?
Are you refusing to give your ID?
I'm not refusing to do anything. It's my rights, right?
Can we see ID?
It's my rights, right? It's my rights, right?
Can we see ID?
It's my rights, right?
Yes or no?
Bring me a supervisor.
So you don't want to show your ID?
Bring me a supervisor.
sir,
Bring me a supervisor.
sir, listen.
Bring me a
Listen,
supervisor.
Young man, listen, what you're
I'm
doing
not a
right
young
now
man.
is uncalled for.
So bring me a supervisor, and he will tell you
Why do
himself.
you want a supervisor, sir? Nobody's arresting you. You're not being detained.
Yeah, right then.
or
So why you want
verifying that you're a guest in
If
the
you know,
building.
if I'm not being detained, there's no reason for you to ask me for my ID. Because I'm not committing a crime, or haven't committed a crime, or being
Sir.
suspected of committing a
You
crime.
don't have to commit a crime for us to ask for ID.
Yes,
Verifying that you're a guest in the building.
And I'm telling you,
understand? All right, but unfortunately, sir, people
Don't touch
lie.
me, don't touch me.
All right?
Yeah.
People lie. You understand
I
that,
understand
right?
people lie, but I'm
All
telling you,
right,
I'm a
so that-
visitor. I don't live
Right.
in the building. If I live in the building, I would have told you I live in the
Sir,
building.
We're not gonna, you seem like a smart young man. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna argue with you, all right?
Exactly.
But unfortunately, people lie. That's why we have to ask for ID to make sure they live in the building.
If you
'Cause
bring me a
know what?
supervisor, then we talk. Other than that, I'm not answering you no more
All
questions.
right, well, unfortunately, you guys gotta leave the hallway, all right?
Alright.
Thank you.
All right. So you see, next time don't try to, cause I don't work for you.
Sir, have a nice night.
I don't work for you.
man.
You work for me. As a police servant, you're supposed
That's
to respect
right,
my rights.
that's right.
So you break. So you.
Your taxes pay my bills, right?
Exactly,
Your
yes.
tax pay my check.
Of course, yes.
All right, brother. I need a raise.
All right. So you need a raise,
Have
so
a
then,
nice
so then
night,
you do more
brother.
hours.
Have a nice night, man. Take care. You got all that on your phone?
Yes, I got it on my
All
phone. What's the
right.
name and badge number?
Officer Anderson,
All right. Your name?
17270. Look, you got it ready?
Yes,
That was
I got
kind of
it.
quick.
What
Officer Anderson,
I got it.
17270.
Okay.
What's
PSA
your name
and badge
4.
number?
Have a nice night,
It's
sir.
right there in front of you, right?
All right. And what prison you from?
You have a nice night,
PSA
sir.
4.
PSA 4.
Yeah, you want to come over?
Yeah, I could come over here. If you
It's Avenue
supervise.
C and 8th Street.
Oh, thank you. I live right around the corner. so,
You have ID verifying that?
tell Officer Perez that I'll be over there. You heard? Thank you. Don't try to punk me. I know my rights. Bugging.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use, and also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.